Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because those are the men who I've learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the Servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much in this lesson, this is going to basically be a lesson to uplift brothers in this ministry and in this truth. All right. Usually I would title this lesson as temptation, but I'm going to switch it up today. All right. The title of this lesson is going to be titled as when you come into the truth, it's going to come with trials and tribulations. All right. When you come into this truth, it's going to come with trials and tribulations. All right. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost when I do these lessons. I just want to let all brothers know. All right. And, when you come into this truth, it's going to be sweet at first. All right. It's going to be sweet at first. Like how the brothers say, man, it's going to be sweet at first. Because you're a Hebrew Israelite. You know the truth about Moses, about the Most High. All right, you an Israelite, you're in captivity. You know your heritage, knowing that you are an Israelite, you have a heritage, etc. It's all sweet at first. All right, it's keeping the Sabbath day, etc. Everything is sweet when you come into this thing, but as you get longer into your journey, things just start going haywire. And it doesn't stop. It's going to intensify. The longer you're in this truth, the more fiery furnace of adversities is going to come. And this is why the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, they say to be prepared. Because you can't get comfortable in the truth. All right? Because temptation just comes. It comes. All right? It comes. And I told brothers this before, and I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. The Lord will send Satan after you. Satan can hop on your wife. If you have a woman of truth, Satan can hop on your woman and bug her out. Satan can fuck with you. All right. The Lord knows where to try you individually. The Lord knows where to try you at. So you're going to go through them obstacles and they're going to intensify. And just me speaking by experiences, one of my situations was, the woman because you have brothers that, you come into this truth, you had a woman who you really loved and she came in the truth with you. But then later through time, Satan gets a hold of your woman and she starts bugging out. And it can happen with just more than one woman. It don't have to just be that one woman. It could be more than one woman. Any woman you get with, women are going to come in and out of your life. All right. But this is why, again, the scriptures say, if you have wives, be as though you have none. So, let's get some scriptures out because I'm rambling long enough. But, I just wanted to do this to uplift brothers. And when you're going through your trials and tribulations, that lets you know right then and there that the Lord is dealing with you. The Lord is dealing with you. And I was watching the brother Quathar Shapat 9's lesson where he says, give thanks to the Lord. Even when you're going through your trials and tribulations, you still want to be merciful and be mindful, and just thanking the Lord for the trials and tribulations you go through. It's easier said than done, but you just want to be thankful for all that because the Lord can have you fall out of the truth, and this is why, again, if you're a brother that's in the truth right now and you're going through your trials and tribulations, and I'm speaking for myself first and foremost, and you're still in the truth, that clearly lets you know that the Lord is dealing with you. So you want to be mindful and thankful for that. All right. You want to be mindful and thankful for that. All right. Because you got guys that came into this thing and they had trials and tribulations that came their way and they winded up falling out of the truth. And it has happened. It has happened, man. This is Sirach 2:1. And this is why I thank the Lord, man. Because, most men, that's in the world, they can't deal with a woman leaving them. Most guys will go and take a gun and go and kill the woman, or go, kill themselves. But the Lord puts the spirit on them to do that though. But this is why, again, we want to be mindful of that, because you don't want to let a woman stop you, cause you to fall out of the truth, and stop you from glorifying the Lord. You want to consistently glorify the Lord, because that's your trial. The Lord is trying you. He's going to see if you're still going to teach, if you're still going to glorify him. You do lessons every day. You set up camp once a week, right? You doing all the things of the will of the Lord, right? But now the Lord has to try you and see how you're going to do. See if you're going to do this, see if you're going to do that, how you're going to reflect off of that situation. Let me get to the scriptures though. Salakia for the rambling. It's Sirach 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, you came to serve the Lord." When you first heard a great millstone, Hebrew Israelites, starting from Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, right? Elder Apostle Ramlab, Elder Apostle Rakah, Elder Yashawamba, Elder Malcolm of Chicago, right? Elder Manata Zagba, Elder Karatiza, right? The Elder GMS Awakening, right? GMS Awakening, 144, that elder, right? All the brothers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, all the brothers. Whatever city or state you are in, and you got wind of seeing Great Millstone, seeing them on the highways and byways, running into them on the streets, or seeing them on YouTube, and you got this truth, that moment was your calling. That moment was your calling. Now that you're in the truth, you've been in the truth for about a month, you still got to teach. Not teach, but still got to learn. As you get 6 months, that's when you have to start doing lessons, because now by 6 months you should be learning and understanding the basics of the scriptures, which goes to Isaiah 28:9-11, right? It says, who shall be weaned from the, who shall he teach, let me get the scripture out, because I don't want to butcher the scripture. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he have to understand doctrine? Draw from the breast, wean from the milk, and draw from the breast, right? And I'm going to get that out real quick. All right, for edification purposes, we're going to get that out. And then we'll go back to this Lord woman, man. All right? Because we gotta get this out, man. For edification's sake, for brethren out there, man. This is we're going to go back to that Sirach, but I want to get out that Isaiah real quick. This is Isaiah 28. Bear with me, brothers. This is Isaiah 28. Salakia. This is Isaiah 28, and we're going to read 28 and verse 9. This is Isaiah 28:9. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." Because when you're a month in this thing, all right, you're learning, all right? You're being weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, which is what? Getting an understanding of the basics of the scriptures, right? You get into basics and understanding the basics of the scriptures. That's weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Getting an understanding from the basics of the scriptures. Because when you first come into this thing, you have to learn everything all over again. You have to learn everything all over again. You're learning everything all over again. All right? Yes, you are a 22-year-old man, 33, 30, 32, 23, 25, 26, 27, however old you are. Yeah, you're a grown man in the flesh. But spiritually, you a baby, because you got to learn everything all over again. Because the things that you've learned in this society was not according to the scriptures, was not the ways of the Lord. How to truly be a man of the Lord. So you got to learn everything all over again. You got to learn everything all over again. All right? And it says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. So you got to learn the basics of the scriptures. So once you learn the basics of the scriptures and you get 6 months, now you are to start doing lessons. Now you have to start doing lessons. Then as you start doing lessons, right, then you get a year, right, and a year and some months. Now you have to start going out at camp and start teaching, right? So you have to learn that stuff, all right? You have to learn that stuff, man. All right, you gotta learn the truth, right? Then you have to do lessons, and then you have to go out and start teaching. All right, but that's besides the subject. But I just wanted to go to that because now we're gonna go back to Sirach 2:1. Sirach 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord," right? You came to serve the Lord. You're this man of the Lord. You've been in this truth 6 months. You start doing lessons throughout the months. You hit a year in so many months. Then you start going out of camp and you start teaching, right? You're doing all the will of the Lord. You're serving the Lord, right? You're doing the works. Now the Lord has to try you. Now the Lord has to try you according to your own measure. Now the Lord has to try you. It says, "Prepare thy soul for temptation." So now you have to be prepared. Now you have to prepare thy soul for temptation. Now you have to prepare yourself, man. All right, you can't get comfortable in the ministry, and I'm talking to myself first and foremost. You can't get comfortable in the truth because temptation is going to come unexpectedly. You got to be prepared for it. You have to expect it. All right, like for me, I put myself out there. I didn't know that the woman that I loved when I came into the truth was going to leave me. I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know that was going to happen, but hey, it came. All right, it came, and there's going to be more trials and tribulations that come your way. And it don't even have to be with a woman. It could be finances, right? It could be at work. It could be with a relative. It could be with a bugged out individual at camp. Temptation can come at any time. You just got to be prepared for it. And you got to know when you're going through temptation. You got to know. And when you go through temptation, you should be reading scriptures to help you endure through those situations. You're supposed to be reading scriptures, hitting the scriptures that you know when dealing with temptation. To remind yourself, and you'll know that you're being tried. Pray to the Lord. Ask the Lord to deliver you out of that situation. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. It's easier said than done. I'm talking right now. It's easier said than done, but you have to do that. All right, you have to do that. This is why you have the brothers too, man. If you're in the truth and you have brothers, and you trust a brother really well that don't tell a Jake that is new in the truth, because he's still learning the basics, of the ministry. But a brother that's really experienced, because you might be a brother that's going through something, and there might be another brother that's been in the truth longer than you that experienced that same thing. It's good to talk to that individual because that brother can be able to guide you and direct you, telling you the things on do, what to, giving you advice on how to do things in the spirit, in the truth. So you could do that. You could do that too, but don't just go and give advice. Go and ask advice from any brother, because some guys out here is not experienced. They ain't went through a woman leaving them, or I'm not talking about like on some stuff where like this is just a woman that you just been banging and that's it, but a woman that you've been with for years. Brothers been with women for years and the woman left them. So how to deal with that situation. This is why the elders and brothers say, man, that the scriptures is what's going to get us by. Basically, man. All right, Sirach 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." So you got to be prepared, and it's going to come your way. All right? You can't get comfortable. Because if you get comfortable, you're going to fall apart. That's why you got to constantly be on your feet and be prepared, man. Be prepared. Temptation can be at any time, any moment, at work, anywhere. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. When I do this lesson, I'm really talking about myself first and foremost, man. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure." So that's what you have to do through your trials and tribulations, your fiery furnace of adversities. You have to what? It says, "and constantly endure." So you have to endure through it. All right? You have to endure through it. All right? It's easier said than done, but you have to endure through it. Some brothers is going through mental things, mentally. Some brothers is going through things, getting attacked in their sleep. You got brothers going through many different things, many different obstacles. All right? But this is why, again, we got to seek the Lord. He's the only one that can help us. All right? You got to ask the Lord to deliver you out of your situations, man. And you brothers not alone out there. You brothers that think you guys are alone, you guys are not alone out there, man. All right? I'm going through my own trials and tribulations. Don't think that I'm not going through nothing, because I am. I'm going through the same similar shit than you brothers, man. All right? And the only thing that's got me going by is these scriptures, man. The Bible, the scriptures, and the brothers, the Akim. Otherwise than that, man, or mainly Yahweh Shai, but otherwise than that, I don't know where I would be without Yahweh Shai, man. It's the Lord guiding us, man, on our paths. It's the Lord directing us and keeping us on track, man. You know, the Lord is reminding each and every one of us what we should be focused on. We have to be focused on the truth. We have to be focused on this. All right? Women is going to come in and out of our lives, you know. That's why the elders and brothers say, if you got a woman that, you know, the Lord gave you, you know, endure her while you can, because she might bug out. She might leave you. She might bug out. Satan may get a hold of her, because we're under the curses. These women right now, they got Satan on them. So they bugged out. But like the elder of GMS Awakening was saying, Satan's going to leave from off of them, and they're going to go back into their ways of being humble and being modest. But right now, these women, they got Satan on them. They got demons on them. You know, this is why, again, at the end of the day, we just got to stay focused on the ministry and seeking the Lord. You know, it says, and constantly endure and make no haste in the time of trouble. Verse 3, cleave unto him, cleave unto who? Yahweh Bashim Ashai. The Lord can hear your prayers. The Lord sees you. The Lord sees your thoughts. He can hear you. He can hear your thoughts, and he can see you. The Lord sees. The Lord hears your prayers. You know, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away. See, don't depart away from the Lord. Because if you depart away from the Lord, you're going to be left out there, and you're going to go back into the world. And that's what happened to a lot of individuals. They departed from the Lord. They didn't cleave unto the Lord. They dealt with temptation, and they couldn't handle it, and they left. Or they couldn't take rebuke, and they left. All right? So, you know, you don't want to be an individual to leave. You know, you just get so afraid, you just fall out of the truth. You don't want that. Or you let your woman get you so upset that you fall out of the truth. You don't want that. I'm just speaking for experience. Any one of us, man. It could be any one of us. I'm not saying this is happening to particular brothers. This is happening to a lot of individuals. This is why you gotta pray to the Lord, man, and just constantly read and apply these scriptures to your spiritual walk, man. And I'm speaking for myself first and foremost, man. I really am. I really am speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You know, it's just a blessing, man, to still teach, even though and this is how we know that we're men of the Lord. This is how we know the Lord is dealing with us. Because the things that we're dealing with, brothers, on a daily basis in this life and being in the truth, an average Jake man wouldn't be able to handle the situations that, especially the shit that I've been through. The shit that I'm going through right now, brothers, an average nigga would not be able to still teach and still be able to be right now teaching. He would have been and lost his mind and been and went and killed people. I'm just saying in general, the shit that I'm going through right now. But hey, the Lord is allowing me to be able to deal with everything and still be able to glorify him. That's showing you that the Lord is dealing with you. An average Jake wouldn't be able to handle the shit that the men of the Lord is going through. They'll lose their wits and be out here killing people. They'll be doing some carnal shit. You know? But see, the Lord is dealing with us. The Lord is helping us get through these situations. He's making us become sharper as men. Because when this place falls apart, you're going to see a lot, brother. If we're around in that time, you're going to see a lot of people bugging out. They're not going to be able to handle the shit that we're dealing with right now. When that time comes for them, they're not going to be able to handle that shit. They're going to be bugged out. It's going to be a lot of people bugged out. These Israelite women going to be bugged out. It's going to be a lot of Jake men bugged. It's going to be a lot of people bugged out. Those that spoke against the men of the Lord, those that did all that talking and all that dumb shit, they gonna be bugged out here. In the time of Jacob trouble, they gonna be bugged out. They're not gonna know what to do. They gonna be fucking bugged out. They gonna be bugged out. You're gonna see that shit. Everything that's in the scriptures, that's gonna come to play. They're gonna be bugged out. They didn't seek the Lord. But you brothers that's going through the trials and tribulations, of fiery furnace of adversities, the Lord is sharpening us up for the things to come. He's sharpening us up as men. So if you lose a woman, take that shit as a win. All right? Whatever you brothers going through, you're going through spiritual attacks and you're overcoming it at the end, and take that as a win. Everything you're dealing with, brothers, in this society, you get fired from your job, take that as a win. Because what? The Lord is sharpening us up. The Lord is getting us sharp, man. He's preparing us. He's helping us be strong, because we're going to be able to stand up against Jacob trouble. We're going to be having so much faith in these scriptures, man, and focus on the truth. We're not going to be bugged out like everybody else. Everybody else going to be bugging out. How are we going to eat? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? You're going to be able to handle that because you've been embedded in the scriptures and serving the Lord. The scriptures say the Lord is going to protect his elect. The Lord is going to protect his elect in time of Jacob trouble, man. You know, so all of these things, these trials and tribulations that we're going through, brothers, is preparing us to help us grow stronger in the truth, stronger, strengthening our spirit. The Lord is strengthening our spirit, man. That's what he's doing. Yahweh Shemashai is strengthening your spirit, my spirit. The elders apostles, great millstone, starting from them on down. All the brothers that's followers of great millstone mainly in great millstone to followers of great millstone, the Lord is strengthening all of us, man. This is why we're going through what we're going through. We're losing cars, we're losing homes, we're losing this, we're losing that. The Lord is growing us up as men stronger. We're getting stronger. We're getting fucking stronger, man. All right? We're getting stronger, and it's helping us, it's building us up. Because we're going to know how to deal with the situations to come in Jacob trouble. The things that we're going through now, we're going to be able to deal with them in Jacob trouble because we've been in those situations. But if you've been in the truth and you ain't never going through nothing at all and nothing's ever happening to you and everything is just always going fantastic, that would be off, because when Jacob trouble come, you wouldn't be able to handle the afflictions that come your way. You wouldn't be able to deal with that. But right now you're dealing with it. It's because the Lord is strengthening us. The Lord is growing us, man. He's growing us, man. We become strong. We're getting stronger through the Spirit, man. We're getting really stronger through the Spirit. So Salaki on that. This is Sirach 2 and 3. It says, cleave unto him, cleave unto the Lord, depart not. You don't want to depart not. You don't want to, it says depart not away. You don't want to depart from the Lord, man. Right? It says that thou mayest be increased at the last end, right? So you don't want to depart from the Lord. Right now, you don't want to depart from the truth. You don't want to depart from the Lord. Right now, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to do that, man. So when you're going through stuff, brothers, go somewhere private. Go somewhere, get out of the house. All right? Get out of the house for a minute, Like what Elder Yashawamba said, you get into an argument with your woman, don't even go back and forth. Just leave. Go somewhere, take your scriptures if you can, go on your phone, read some scriptures, go out, give your mind some peace, man. That's all we got left. You don't want to be fucking losing your wits, dealing with all that pressure and afflictions, man. Go somewhere to give yourself time to relax yourself, relax your mind, man, for a little bit, Because you're dealing with shit at work as it is. You're dealing with bills, you're dealing with all this other shit. And you got to come home, you got to deal with all this other shit over here. Don't let nobody get in the way of you glorifying the Lord. I'm saying this again, brothers. I'm speaking it for myself. Don't let no one stop you from glorifying the Lord. Not a woman, not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister, not your fucking cousin, not your brother-in-law, not your uncle, not your grandpa. Don't let no one stop you from glorifying the Lord. Don't let no one stop you from glorifying the Lord. If your woman leave you, don't let her stop you from glorifying the Lord. Continually glorify the Lord, brothers. It's going to pay off. Because right now, this shit is temporal anyway. You're not going to be able to take this shit with you when the Lord come back. All right? You're not going to be able to take none of this shit with you, man. All this shit is going to be destroyed. That's why the scriptures say the things that are seen are temporal, but the things that are not seen are eternal. So we are to be focused on the truth. Things are going to it's going to increase. Temptation is going to increase. The longer you are on the journey, the more it's going to increase. It's easier said than done. All right? It's easier said than done, though. But, the Lord's going to get us through. Just have faith in the Lord. If you have that faith. There's a fly in here. Salaki, brothers. This is Sirach 2 and verse 4. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee. Whatever it is that's brought upon you, man. Pray to the Lord. Read them scriptures, man. Brothers, a lot of brothers know about temptation. Read those scriptures, man. When you go into the temptation, read them scriptures, man. Right? Read scriptures about the Lord delivering that poor man. Going into Psalms 34, the Lord delivered the poor man out of his troubles. Read those scriptures, man. Right? When you go off, read Psalms 51. Read Psalm 6, man. Read these scriptures, because if you don't read these scriptures when you're going through your trials and tribulations, you're going to get bugged out. I'm just letting you know, you're going to get bugged out. All right? And this is why I tell my guys too, if you brothers even need to talk to me or whatever it is, or talk to brothers, to keep you on track, that's what we're here for, man. But if you're not saying nothing and you're just allowing yourself to just deal with all these situations on your own, that's not good, man. You don't want to be alone in the truth. That's not good. You got to talk to the brothers, man. If you want to do that, you got to talk to the brothers, man. Because the scriptures even say, I think it's bury your neighbor's burdens, man. Right? So for example, if a brother is moving a refrigerator and he's trying to move, and he's moving his refrigerator into his apartment, he live upstairs, he's struggling to carry that damn refrigerator, you're going to help him lift that refrigerator up to take in his house, right? Just for example, if the brother's moving something heavy, you're going to help him move it, right? So that's how we got to be in the spirit, man. We got to be there to help one another's burdens. That's a part of being charitable, man. That's the whole part of, we're a brotherhood. We're a body, all right? So I'll let you brothers know that, man. We're a body out here, man, all right? We're not going to leave brothers out there for themselves, when they need stuff, man. This is Sirach 2 and 4. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. See? So you're supposed to take it cheerfully, regardless it is. No matter how bad it is, all right, it may be to you in the flesh, no matter how mad it make you, no matter how sad it make you, take it cheerfully. This is why I say you still got to be thankful to the Lord. Bad things and good things. You still want to be thanking the Lord for those things. Still got to thank the Lord. Because, hey, you may have lost a lot of things. You may have went through a lot of things, brothers, in this truth. You may have lost a lot of things. You may have went through a lot of things. But guess what? The Lord still has you teaching, though. The Lord still have you with a sound mind. Because the average dude will lose his fucking mind, bro. That's a scary spirit for the Lord to put on you. It's to lose your fucking wits and wind up somewhere never coming back again. Going into a crazy home or some shit, man. You know? This is what I say. If you've been through a lot and you're still teaching, that's the Lord having mercy on you, man. That is the Lord having mercy on you. So you're supposed to take it cheerfully. You're supposed to be thanking the Lord, man. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost on that. It says, and be patient when thou art, it says, be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. So you're going to be brought low. The scriptures even say the Lord is going to have you on a high. You're going to be high and you're going to be low. The Lord is going to bring you up and he's going to bring you down. He's going to exalt you up and he's going to exalt you down. So you're going to have your moments in your journey where you're going to be up and you're going to be down. But the main thing is to endure through it, because the scripture said it up here, and constantly endure. So you have to endure through it. You have to endure through it, man. That's the whole point. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, right? So you're going to go through a lot in this truth. It's sweet at first, but then it starts going sour as you get longer in your journey. Salakia. It's going to get it's going to increase the longer you are in your journey. All right, and this is why, again, brothers, you gotta consistently be focused in the truth, man. You know, praying to the Lord, man. Verse 6, believe in him. This is Sirach 2:6. Believe in him. Believe in who? Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Believe in him and he will help thee. Believe in the Lord and he will help you, man. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. He's all we have. We don't have shit else but Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right? Believe in him and he will help thee. Right? Order thy way aright and trust in him. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Trust in the Lord, man. Trust in the Lord. Trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, man. Verse 7, it says, ye that fear the Lord, right? Ye that fear the Lord. We fear the Lord. We're obedient to the Lord to the best of our ability. All right? We pray and ask the Lord for mercy every day. We pray and ask the Lord for mercy to continually guide and protect us, right? It says, fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. Wait for his mercy. We wait on the Lord. We ask the Lord for mercy, because the Lord doesn't have to give mercy to you. Just because you're a Hebrew Israelite and you're in the truth, that doesn't mean that the Lord is automatically going to have mercy onto you. You want to ask the Lord for mercy, because just because you're in the truth, he does not have to give mercy to you. The Lord don't have to give mercy to you, man. Just because you're a Hebrew Israelite and you're doing the works and doing all that, the Lord still does not have to give mercy to you. It's a blessing to have that. And you don't want to take advantage of that, man. Well, I'm just going to start, when I mean by advantages, I'm just going to start doing this on the side and still be in the truth. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to take the Lord's mercy for granted. You don't. Because he can take you out of here quicker than what you believe. All right. Verse 6, it says, believe in him and he will help thee. The Lord will help thee. He will be there with you. The Lord hears your prayers. He hears our prayers, right? The Lord sees and hears everything we're doing. He knows what we're going through on a daily basis. The Lord is waiting on us to call on him, trust in him, seek him, ask him to deliver us out of our tribulations, whatever it is you brothers are going through, man. Whatever it is that you're going through, all right? Verse 7, it says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside, right? Don't go aside. Don't forsake the Lord. Don't fall out of the truth, right? Don't leave the gospel because this is too much for you. You can't do it no more. You can't handle it no more, so you're going to fall out, you know? It says, believe him and your reward shall not fail. See, believe in the Lord and your reward shall not fail. All right? Salakia. I got a phone call. I'm going to call back in a minute. This is, let me get out this real quick. I just want to get out a couple of precepts because it's getting long. Let me get out that James real quick, brothers, and then we'll end it with that real quick. All right? Let me get that James out. Let me get that James. What we can do with that James. Slacking, brothers. Bear with me. Let me do with this James real quick. Here's James. This is James. Salaki brothers. Yeah, this is James 1 and 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Right. Count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Why? Because it lets the Lord know that he's dealing with you. All right. You're going to go through many different obstacles in this truth. You're going to go through a lot. But you still have to show yourself worthy in the eyes of the Lord. The Lord will send Satan after you to try you. You know, but you gotta pray to the Lord and ask him to deliver you out of that situation, man. Right? Verse 3, knowing this, that the trying of your faith, you individually, your faith, right, worketh patience. And that word patience, it means consistency or endurance, which goes to the Greek word upomene. So you want to be consistent in the truth, and you want to be enduring in the truth. All right? So let's read it again. This is James 1 and 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. So you're going to go through a lot of temptation in the ministry. You're going to go through a lot of trial, fiery furnace of adversities in the ministry. And it's going to increase. The longer you are on your journey, the more temptation is going to come. It's going to increase. Because we're in the last days. All right? So, hey, Lord willing, lessons edifying, brothers. I want to do a quick hit. I got a phone call coming. All right? Lord willing, lessons edifying, man. Again, brothers, it's going to be all right. Being beat down, you know, you feeling low, lift yourself back up. The scripture says, Sirach 14:14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts. That word mortal is death, man. Don't let those things weigh you down. Pray to the Lord. Rebuke them spirits. Rebuke them demons, man. It's demons fucking with you. All right? It's Satan messing with you too. So Lord willing, that's what's edifying, brothers. I do a quick hit on that. Giving all honors and glories, praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Kakudash. All right? This is spiritual warfare between you and yourself. It's a physical one, but it's a spiritual one, mainly with yourself and the truth. So Lord willing, that's what's edifying, brothers. Shalom. Shalom.